Hey you guys, I'm back.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore.
And I am a little shaken up because I just had an accident. It wasn't big, and it didn't really involve the cops. At first I was, but they were taking too long to get here. Okay, let me start from the top. So I came to Walmart at 7 o'clock to buy my baby some diapers and buy him an outfit for Andy's big day tomorrow. And there was this lady who was parked in front of the Walmart, and I was walking across to go into Walmart, and she was dropping somebody off, and then she started moving. But she started moving like really fast. Like, I don't know if she stepped on the gas pedal like really hard or whatever, but she hit my cart. The cart. My baby was in it, and I was kind of shaken up. She did stop, and get out to check on me, but she like, after that, everybody was like kind of making a big deal out of it. I kind of didn't want to make it a big deal. I was just shaken up. My baby was fine and I'm fine. It's just my legs are actually still a little weak, and it happened about an hour ago, almost 2 hours ago, and I'm still shaken up. Like, my head, like, I feel kind of fuzzy, as if I was, hit in the head, but I wasn't hit anywhere. But I feel weak. My body is still shaking. I could barely walk. I still have to go pick my husband up. He doesn't get out till 10:30, and it is only 8:37. So I don't know if I'm gonna go to the house or if I'm gonna just wait here. And so one of the workers at Walmart escorted me inside and made me, like, they helped me sit down on the bench that's inside of Walmart, and I just like burst out into tears. I was just really shaky. I was just worried about my kid. Everybody kept advising me, you should call the cops, like, and get yourself checked out and get your son checked out. And one of the workers, she went and got the lady's license plate number, and the lady who was driving, she didn't like that, so she came in and she started, like, talking to me all crazy, like I'm the one who sent somebody out there, who to get her tags. Like, I didn't send nobody. But she thought I did. So she was like, if you want to call the cops, we can go ahead and call the cops right now. Like, I will call them. If you want, to get the cops involved, you don't have to go ahead and do it behind my back, because I don't like what she did. I don't like that she went and got my license plate number. Like, this is not a hit and run. I got out of the car and checked on you. You told me you were fine. I understand you're shaken up, but you said that you were fine. I just don't like how, they went out there and got my license plate number. And, I kind of understand that she was upset about that, but I didn't send nobody out there, and I tried to explain that to her, but she didn't want to listen. She was like, okay, yeah, I understand that, but I still don't know you, so I don't know. Like, and I was like, okay, but I'm telling you. She's like, yeah, you're telling me that you didn't send nobody out there, but I don't know that. I don't know that for sure, but like, just because you're telling me doesn't mean it's true. Although I didn't send nobody out there. Like, they just went out there, got her license plate number, wrote it down, and they handed it to me. She did call the cops, but they took about an hour. Actually, they never got here, but it took about an hour for us to, realize that they were never gonna come. And she came up to me and she was like, okay, well, I just called the cops. I just called them back again, and they said that they've just, they've been really busy tonight, and I got things to do. I got my really old grandmother at home waiting for me, and blah blah blah. So I was just like, okay, you know what, forget it. I really don't like talking to cops anyway. Let's just forget about it. I'm not gonna press charges on you or anything. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I hate dealing with cops, whether I'm the victim or not or whatever. So yeah, so that happened, and it's almost been 2 hours since it happened, and I'm still shaken up because I had never had anything like that happen to me. My life literally flashed before my eyes. I was just really worried about my kid. He was fine, but then I kind of like yelled at her, like when she was still in the car. Like I was like, what is wrong with you? And I guess that's why like my kid started screaming and crying after I yelled. So he was fine until, you know, mommy started screaming. But I'm fine, you guys. And yeah, I mean, I was gonna get the cops involved, but at the same time, I just, you know, I was just doing it because everybody advised me to do it. I just didn't really want to get the cops involved because, like I said, I don't like talking to cops or whatever. Okay, you guys, so I'm just here to talk to you guys today about when I was younger and YouTube. So I made my YouTube account like a while back. I'm not sure. I think I was about 13, maybe 12. No, about 13 or 14 when I made my YouTube channel. But back then, I didn't really know a lot about YouTube, so I just made it, you know, so that I can have like my own liked videos and my own like favorite playlists and stuff like that, because you can't really do that unless you have an account. So that's like the first reason why I made it. And I so since I didn't know a lot about YouTube, I didn't really do anything with it. Like with the channel, I didn't make any videos for it or anything. There was one time, I think I was about 14 or 15, that like my sister recorded a video like just showing me her like her stuffed animals and some little boy that my mom used to babysit. And like I named it, I entitled it Faces, and I just put like I put a song over it, the Selena Gomez what's it called, the Selena Gomez Tell Me Something I Don't Know song over it. So yeah, so that was like one of the first videos that I had posted onto YouTube. It wasn't good, you know. It was just like a little experiment, you know, kind of video. So and it didn't really tell you anything about me other than I didn't know what the heck I was doing. At that time, my sister recorded that with her iPod. She had gotten an iPod. Well, I got an iPod first, but I forgot what generation it was. But like it didn't have a camera yet. It was one of those that didn't have cameras yet, but it was still a nice iPod. It wasn't like one of those older ones that were like, you know, kind of smaller and ugly. No, it like my boyfriend had one of those iPod touches, and it was ugly. Like mine was a bit newer than that one. But anyway, so I had my iPod, and my first cell phone was the Verizon like slide phone, like you slide it to the side, and it had like the keyboard. So yeah, so that camera was definitely not going to be good if I recorded. But I feel, you guys, that if I knew more about YouTube, if I had an actual camera or a better phone to record on, I feel that my vlogs and stuff would be like a bit more interesting, because I actually had friends back then. I was younger. I had friends that I actually hung out with. I had older friends that drove, you know, so I was always going places. I was always at parties with my mom. My mom is, you know, like my best friend. That is one thing you guys need to know. She is like my best friend. So when I was younger, I was always out with her, always. And of course my sisters, you know, but like it was more of like a as my mom type of thing, you know. So so my mom and I, like at night, we would go out to the club and stuff, and we would leave my sisters with my dad. I don't know, my mom and I were just, you know, have always been close ever since I was younger. But I'm the oldest of the girls, of my siblings. And so yeah, so like the point of this video is, I feel that like if I knew more about YouTube, that my vlogs would be like more interesting, because I thought they would be interesting now, you know, because I have a car, I can drive and stuff like that. But I actually think that my life was more interesting back then than it is now. I don't work at the moment. I haven't worked for like a few months now. See, puppy, I haven't worked for a few months now. I had a good job, and I think I told you guys about this already, but I had a good job. But it was just crazy how early we had to get up to go to work and how late we got out. We would literally freaking work from like 6 in the morning. We would wake up at 5 to be there at like 6 or 7 and work from like 6 or 7 o'clock to 7 or 8 o'clock at night. You guys, working at a chicken plant is not easy, and working at a chicken plant from 6 in the morning to 7 o'clock at night is even harder. So that you know, made me upset that they weren't organized. They didn't have, you know, regular hours. I quit because puppy, go. I quit because I hurt my hand. It was swollen. It had gotten really swollen. I messed up my, what was it? I think it was my middle finger on my right hand, because I think that's the hand I used to cut, right? Yeah, I used my right hand to cut the chicken. So I don't know if it's because I squeezed too hard or if it's because I was working too hard or whatever, but like you had to work fast there at that job. You had to work really fast. So I guess that's, you know, I hurt my hand and I quit. But it was a good job. It was a good paying job because we got paid every weekly, and we got paid about $300 to $400 every week. So I was making good money. But after that, I started babysitting, and the babysitting didn't even work out too well for me because one of the kids, I already told you guys, his mom lost her job, and then the other one, they just like disappeared. They didn't bring him no more. They didn't call me. They didn't text me. They just stopped bringing him, period. So I'm not doing anything right now. So my life is, my life is pretty boring right now. I just stay at home with my kid. My lazy butt wakes up late at like, we both wake up at like 12, and then we eat and we just watch TV, and if the house is already clean, I don't clean it, you know, like if it's already clean, obviously you don't need to clean it, but I do clean the house, I do wash the dishes and everything. I clean the house and do what needs to be done. But other than that, I'm just chilling in my house all day with my kid, not doing anything. I would take him outside, you guys, but like I already told you, it's been super hot these past few days. I feel fresh. Like, I'm not gonna go outside and, you know, get dirty, you know, get filled up with sweat and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah. So anyway, that's basically what I just wanted to talk to you guys about. This video is not really long. I just wanted to say that my life would have been much more interesting. Like, my vlogs would have been much more interesting back then if I knew about vlogging and stuff like that. Like, obviously I watch YouTube videos and stuff, but mostly it was like, you know, music videos back then for me. I didn't really know much about YouTubers yet or watch any other videos like that and stuff, so yeah. And I'm sorry for the noise. My baby is playing with his toys and stuff, so yeah, he's making a lot of noise. But anyway, you guys, I guess that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. You know that I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.